Hello, my name is Wtlj Gonzalez, and this is my Writing to Learn journal number 4. Teaching for Diversity. Teaching diversity prepares students to be global citizens by exposing them to people from different culture and social groups. With the growth of globalization, it is important for students to be able to work with diverse groups of people. The TEK. The TEK I chose for this week's journal is a 4th grade physical education TEK 3E, which states, Physical Activity and Health. The student exhibits a health-enhancing, physically active lifestyle that provides opportunities for enjoyment and challenge. The student is expected to E. Participate in activities that develop and maintain muscular strength and endurance. Dimensions of diversity. When working and learning with people from a variety of backgrounds and cultures present in the classroom, students gain a more comprehensive understanding of the subject matter. It also teaches students how to use their own strengths and points of view to contribute in a diverse working environment. In classes, there are members of all different types of groups. They can be grouped by gender, ethnicity, academic characteristics, language attainment, religion, and social class. Let's examine each of these different types of groups together using TEK 3E. Gender diversity. Gender diversity can help your school provide a supportive, non-discriminatory environment for all students. For example, using TEK 3E, allowing all students to do and try all exercises with or without accommodations to body endurance, but not by gender, can help with gender diversity. Ethnic diversity. Using TEK 3E as well, you can mix all students of different races and backgrounds as best as possible to allow all to work with one another and keep it diverse all around. Linguistic diversity. This refers to learners whose home language is a language other than English, who are second language learners, limited English proficiency, bilingual, language minority learners, and mainstream dialect speakers. Having signs with different languages on them or just having pictures to demonstrate different exercises can help in this area. Academic diversity and exceptionalities. Using TEK 3 again, including students with exceptionalities and students from diverse cultures in the regular classroom or physical education room provides them with opportunities to participate with peers and gain skills and self-esteem. Dimensions of diversity continued. Experimental diversity. Experimental diversity is based on life experiences that shape our emotional universe, so allowing students to work together on exercises or just becoming patient with all the students, including those with exceptional needs, will help especially in this area. Religious diversity. Religious diversity is the fact that there are significant differences in religious beliefs and practices. Personally, this one hits especially hard for myself, because in school, I had a best friend who was of a religious group that could not do a lot of the stuff that the schools had us do. She was often not included, and I never wanted to be that teacher to leave any student out of activities. So in this case, just becoming aware of each individual child's religious background would be enough. If a student is not able to do something because of his or her religious background, do not single them out. Understanding how diverse classrooms can influence the nature of students' learning and developing culturally responsive strategies for promoting learning are important. Some ways that we can meet the challenges of diversity are to assess your students. Assessment is a key component of learning because it helps the students learn. When students are able to see how they are doing in a class, they are able to determine whether or not they understand course material. Assessment can also help motivate students. But just as assessment helps students, assessment also helps teachers where they are physically in this case. Assess yourself. Assessing yourself will allow you to have personal knowledge on how difficult or easy the tasks are for all of your individual students. Share the results. Sharing results will allow students to see where they need more help or whether they can move on or not. Be culturally responsive. It builds cultural competence. It helps both you and your students understand different perspectives, appreciate others' strengths, and build empathy. It can also help you reflect on how your own identity and experience impact your attitudes and teaching practices. Meeting the challenge of diversity continued. Affirm linguistic differences. Effectively, teaching students of all backgrounds means respecting and affirming who they are. It is only when educators and schools accept and respect who their students are and what they know that they can begin and build positive connections with them. Affirming diversity means becoming a multicultural person. Promote academic differences. Holding a record of students is the best way to see where students are. For example, in this case, holding an IEP, which stands for Individual Education Plan, for each student, and logging whether they can complete the standards for the muscular strength and endurance exercises. Thanks so much for listening. This is Angelique Gonzalez, and this is my Writing to Learn journal number 4.